Hey everybody, it's me. I know last video me and Gran made, I promised that I had another video of Brittany that I was going to share. And it was one of her in a dance competition. So I found that video, got it taken care of, and go ahead and roll it. So we'll go ahead and play it, and I'll let you guys watch, and I'll do some commentary and stuff afterwards. So stick around.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this whole world is a new world, and a whole world for me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
So yeah, that was Brittany. you know, it's really weird. Watching that video and seeing her able to move like that. I saw her move a few times like that when we were together. There were a couple times I came home and the furniture was all scooted to the side, and she had dance music on in the living room, and she was doing these like really intense choreographed dances, and all I could do is sit and watch. Like, I've done martial arts for a long time, so we have what we refer to as kata or forms, depending on what style of martial art you're in. Basically, a series of moves that make you look like you're fighting a bunch of invisible opponents. Basically, all kata actually means is dance. It's just a series of moves put together to that you practice these techniques in a sequence with intensity. And that's really all she was doing, and she had this level of intensity that it was the same thing that I would do. It was really impressive to see and watch. And of course, by the time I got to know her, her body, she would be hurting afterwards for a day if she would do a dance like that or do these routines. So yeah, it's really nice to see her do that, and just like have that mental image of her, because it's something that I don't know. I feel like 99% of the time you see me sitting down here on the couch, not moving. And if me and Brittany are doing a video in, the previous episodes, we're always sitting down. We're not really, or I'm pushing her in the wheelchair and she's sitting. So you don't really get this like view of us in motion. And I don't know. It's a different perspective, I think, and it's really cool. And part of what I was saying in the last video as well, it's something that I've kind of been struggling with. It's this notion that, like, I don't want to remember her in her worst state. I want to remember her being able to get up and move around and have a good time and laugh and joke and, be herself and be what you saw, this energetic, powerfully energetic woman who could move like the rest of us. But at the same time, most of the relationship development that we had was during the last 18 months when she was alive. All the lessons we learned, all the closeness, like during the last portion of her life was when our marriage, like, we had a really good marriage beforehand, but we had a darn good marriage every day of cancer. Like, I don't know, I guess something about the knowledge of, you don't know when it's coming, so you live every day to the fullest or something. Like, I guess that's part of it. But there was never a moment where we let anything slide. Like, we sought after the hard conversations. We went down the rabbit hole of, what our futures look like. We went down the rabbit hole of, hey, this little thing bugs me and I'm not just going to let it sit. Let's actually talk about it and make this marriage, a working thing. I mean, even the last week of her life, maybe the last, might be the last week, might be the last 2 weeks. I don't remember which, but we had she invited me to sit down with her and her counselor for a conversation with me. Like, normally I was there in therapy with her. Like, you guys kind of saw that process, but during the end, it was mostly just her and our therapist talking. So whenever I got a special invite to come sit in, it's like, oh, something I've done wrong. So, And, you know, we had a good chat about it. We talked about it. Brittany was able to express her feelings, and we had that therapist there to help us, you know, bridge that gap. And like we were constantly working on our marriage. So all this development happened in these pictures and in these moments that remind me of the worst part of her life. But it simultaneously wasn't the worst part of her life. I don't know, it's just a weird place to be. I um I still got those pictures in the hidden folder on my phone. Um and I can still go look at them. Um but if I should I'm wondering if I shouldn't avoid them nearly as much as I feel like I need to. So that's a thing that I'm currently navigating. I'm walking through this process of how do I how do I reconcile the images that I want to remember her with and the images that represent all of this beautiful relationship growth that we had, and how do I marry those two without essentially breaking down into tears every time I potentially come across one of them. I don't know. It's probably something I'm going to struggle with for quite a while. And I don't know. I don't think there has to necessarily be an answer there. Like I can wrestle with that for a while and not need an answer. As long as I just remember that I have both sets, right? I don't know. Just a thought. But I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. I know I did seeing it. It's always a blessing getting to see that. And yeah. Anyway, until next time, guys.